Does this happen to you? You look at other people's pictures or videos on social media, or hear somebody going to an amazing trip or having an amazing party or getting a raise, being in a nice relationship, and you think to yourself, how come it never happens to me? I mean, really? Like, why it always for them and never for me? I have such a bad life. I never get a raise. I never go travel anywhere. I don't have friends. People just don't love. I have nobody to love me. Like, how come everybody else have it? Even those people who like look like they don't even deserve to be loved, and they're still being loved. Why can't I do this? And then other people tell you, you are so being pessimistic. Why don't you change your attitude? And you're like, really? Like, how do you expect me to do? Nothing works for me. Nothing works. I already know nothing's gonna happen. They're like, hey, why don't you enjoy yourself when you go on a trip? You're like, really? The weather's gonna be bad. I already know something's bad gonna happen. I know my friend's going to say something. Or family. Oh no, I have no guys who go and want to hang out with me. Like, I have no dates. And if they say, well, what about that guy that was calling you last night? You're like, no, that one, no, that's not gonna work. No, nothing's gonna work. You got the gist, right? So here's the deal. I used to be like that too. And then I realized, you know what? Why am I doing that? And here is the key. You learned this behavior. Yes, you do. You learned it from your parents or your caregivers that when you were growing up. Yeah. Like everything else. Like, you know how to open a box. Well, you learned it from somewhere. You know how to open the door or drive the car. Well, somebody taught you that. Your behavior was also taught by someone else. Obviously, maybe did not sit you down and said, look, from now on, darling, you need to be pessimistic. No, it was not like that. You saw their behavior, how they behave towards things. Also, if you grew up in the family where you had an alcoholic or some sort of other addict, or even just a parent or caregiver who was not giving you and supporting you emotionally, you kind of realize that over time, all of this, no matter how wishful you are, it's just it just doesn't change, right? And when you're a child, you really cannot really change much. You depend on adults, right? So you learn this thing when promises constantly being broken. They tell you something like they're going to be there for you, and they're not. They forget you. They say, well, I'm gonna buy this for you, but they don't. Or they lie to you, and then you kind of see this reality in front of you, and you lose hope. That's done. When you repeat this over and over and over, you get into this place of just pessimism. You preparing yourself for the worst. Prepare for the worst but expect better, or whatever that saying is. I get it. It's a good idea for you to handle the situation. It's a good practice. If there's something that worries you, maybe you're afraid about something in the future, you just take a piece of paper and you write it down, all of the things that you think what can go wrong, and then mentally prepare that. Even have an action plan, make a list, a plan, what you're going to do, who you're going to call, how you're going to ask help, and it's a good thing. But overall, that pessimism, that, oh well, sun is shining, my way, it's probably going to be raining any moment now, this is obviously just negative energy that you can change. But when you understand where that's coming from, only then will you realize that you can change that. So I'll be talking about that more on my Wellness Universe online program that's launching on July 10th, 6 p.m. Central. I'll be doing it live. And if you're watching this video after that, hey, good news is it's recorded. So I'll be leaving a description below the link where you can go and register. And it's donation based, so you can donate something or nothing at all. I'll be so happy to see you there. And bring your questions. I'll be talking about how that pessimism arrived. We kind of touch on that here. But also what to do about that. I'll be giving you some exercises that you can do like right away on the workshop online that you can implement for the rest of your life. And hopefully you will not need to implement them that much, because you'll be just so much more of accepting and loving person towards yourself and others, and you'll be more faithful too, because at the end of the day, we all want to be happy. I hope to see you there.